up? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? Welcome to Thailand TV. It's your boy, man. It's your boy 800. You know what I'm saying? It's this house. Yes, sir. The God in man form. And the prophet that you sure, man. I'm telling you, boy, follow me. What's cracking late, man? Like, hey, my motto always, you know what I'm saying? If you listen to me, blessings. If you don't, it wasn't meant for you. It's Thursday. It's cracking off Thursday up in this junk. You know what I'm saying? You know what Thursday is? It's my love, relationships, motivational, village talk. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do on these days. I try to make sure I throw advice out for good people that want to be in good relationships with good people. If people ain't feeling what I'm saying, most likely one of those is not true. Either they're the good people, either they don't want to be in a good relationship, or they ain't with a good person. So they ain't feeling what I'm saying, right? So you got to have all three to make it work and make it crack. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you want to be in serious relationships. That's what my show is kind of about on Thursday. It's just advising ways of us to be, better as people with each other, and particularly individual with another individual. You know what I'm saying? You gotta say it that way now. You know what I mean? Because we live in these times, 2026. Me and one of my coworkers was talking about that. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is. So I'm just vibing with y'all, man. I'm coming at y'all on a Thursday night. I come at y'all on a Monday night with my sports show. My Thursday night is just gonna be, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of love, man. I'm just gonna spread a little bit of love, man. Try to speak that love language, that God language, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully it infiltrates your mind and helps us out. Anyone that's listening, you know what I mean? Don't worry about it. I'll get it across later. You know what I mean? I'm putting it in the cans right now. All you got to do is stack it up and put it in the cans. Told you I was on this digital stuff since, man, 2001, 2002, 2003. You know what I mean? So y'all caught up, man. It's beautiful. And it's beautiful that y'all did. You know what I'm saying? Welcome. Welcome to Thailand TV on the God. Hey, man. Real quick, man, I like to give flowers where they do all the time, man, before people, you know what I'm saying, whatever. And one of the things I got to do is give a shout out real quick to, you know what I'm saying, to the gods, you know what I'm saying, to the gods spit words to me. I just want to give a shout out to them because it's like when I talk that God language, this is what I'm talking about. Like you can walk up in a gym, your team about to hoop, you know what I'm saying? And you walk by the crowd and you see two guys in the stands, you know what I'm saying? They send that love to you. You go up there, get a little love, they give you that love back, right? That's that God language I'm talking about. That's that love I'm talking about, right? So people gotta understand, like, shout out to Big Nate, you know what I'm saying, King Eyes, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be on that shit. My mind moves like that. It thinks like that. It thinks of my other brethren as something important to me. I ain't competitive against my own brethren. That's just not me. So when I see, like I said, you know what I'm saying, kings, you know what I'm saying, the gods, man, the 5%ers, you know what I'm saying, when you see them, the conversations is different. They live on a different realm, you know what I mean? They the gods, right? But they give it to us all if we all listen to it. I talk crazy. Just stay with my show. You listen to it, blessings. And if you don't, hey, it just wasn't meant for you. But you know how we do, man. I start out with my daily affirmations, but talk a little crazy because this is my show. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna say the things that come into my head, the thoughts that I be having. You know, you know how it is. We just rolling around. You like, man, for real? I think that too. You know what I'm saying? I think that too. So, you know, that's what my daily affirmations are. Just things that just go through my head. I like to just throw out there and roll with it. You know what I'm saying? Especially on my relationship days. So, and I always gotta give a disclaimer, ladies. I know how, because y'all emotional creatures, it may feel like personals or taxings, you know what I'm saying? But hey, listen, I play the angel's advocate, don't I? I play the angel's advocate. I'm always gonna pop off on both sides. I'm always gonna talk about those dumb dudes at the same time. So don't worry. But I gave y'all 30 days. I dedicate 30 days to y'all every year. You know what I'm saying? Bam, this is y'all. I'm cracking on heads of these dudes. You know what I'm saying? Everything I'm seeing and hearing, I'm cracking on heads on dudes for 30 days. That's ladies' month. You know what I mean? I give you that. But the rest of them months is us. You know what I mean? Sorry, ladies. The rest of the months is us. I think on the show's called Thailand TV. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, no, it is what it is. So, hey, welcome to the show, man. Blessings to everybody. No, I was, hey, it's relationship night tonight. So I was looking at some things, you know what I'm saying? You know how I do because social media. That's what's out. This is the funny topics to talk about. This is the world we live in, and one of the things that I think they were talking about, we'll get into a little bit more, is um, just kind of how uh, men are looked at when it comes to being vulnerable to women opening up to women and things like that. So, um, you know, I think that's a true statement. I think that just a heads up for women and as a voice for men, um, I think men can be, saying very skeptical of things and in their relationships with being vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? And they went as far as to even talk about like, saying the man crying in front of theirs. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think that's a true thing. Just like I said, it's a little heads up to the ladies, and plus, like I said, it's just a man coming at you from real stuff because there are men that do cry. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've cried before. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? When my father passed away, I think I cried the hardest, and then when my mom passed away, I think it's been the longest. You know what I'm saying? So. That's probably the only two times I've ever cried in my life. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling my business. If you know me, I'm telling my business. But straight up on the real, as a man, like those are like huge moments in your life, altering moments in your life. So you're gonna run. You're gonna get brought to emotion. You know what I mean? And being vulnerable and being an emotional creature is very difficult for a man. You know what I'm saying? Something that I was thinking about before is that like uh, everybody makes it seem like being masculine is fun, right? And I think that that's what's driving the ladies to be competitive with men and be masculine, right? Is because it's fun, and that's the thing that has afforded the ladies because they have the feminism part of them, the feminine part of them too. So with the feminine part of them, they're already green lighted. You know what I'm saying? Now they come in with more of a masculine. It's looked at. You know what I'm saying? Very okay. But the point of why I'm bringing it up is there's a cost to being masculine. Like straight up, like if you really, 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 really break down men, this is why men aren't vulnerable because it's a cost to being just a man. You know what I'm saying? It costs a lot to be a man. It's not even a monetary value. And that's what the problem with a lot of this world is. A lot of this world is covered and they put the wool, right? When they say put the wool over your eyes, they ain't talking about the wool, they're talking about money. The money is over people's eyes. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is like uh, uh, clouded by a monetary decision that they make. So when men are vulnerable, it's not looked at something that is accepted, right? And they're going to be looked down upon. You know what I'm saying? Let alone to have to be strong enough to push through anything that they're going through. You know what I'm saying? And so when women decide that it's so much fun to be masculine, they don't understand what comes with the masculine part. You know what I'm saying? It's the things that I said. You know what I mean? You can't be because if you're a dominant feminine, right? So you're more dominant than other feminines, not dominant of everybody. You kind of become more feminine than anything else. So um, when you add in that masculine, it imbalances you, right? Because everything in this world has to be in balance. Everything has to be in balance, and that's why I be like when I talk about the light the other day. You gotta have good with the bad. Like it just in order for him to say that let there be light, there had to be dark, right? So and the unevenness of it makes it difficult for a man because it's like, okay, now not only am I in competition with the world, I'm in competition with you as well. Because not only do I have to fight everything out there, the one person that I chose to be able to talk to about all these things, I can't open up and be vulnerable with because you're competing with me too. Like for real, if you think about it, if you think about it as your woman, you know what I'm saying, as a man. So I'm telling you, like, I'm giving you a heads up. If you think about it as what I'm saying, as a man, you out here, you go to work. Like I had a job where I had a dude that was like against me, making every move against me, right? And then if I had to come home to a docile or a masculine, what I was talking about, type of woman, it'd be difficult. You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm coming home and competing with you too, and I got to save my peace. But to be able to talk, you know what I'm saying, have discussions is important. And a lot of times, I think a lot of men come from situations where they can't be that way, ladies. So, but the whole point is masculine comes at a cost. We pay a pretty big penny. Be a man, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you think about money wise, your brain is clouded to what I'm saying money wise. But if you think about it like overall, think about it. Think about it overall. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's difficult for, because if you think about it too, once we talk about my relationship shows, right? You think about it as in a relationship and with love, right? How can you love fully with somebody if you can't be vulnerable? If you're hesitant to be vulnerable with somebody, you know? We'll get on that. Like I said, you know what I mean? My shows always come back around. But yeah. We up in here, man. So Dr. Bryant, Cheyenne Bryant, she cool. You know what I mean? She all right. I be messing with her though. I give her props. Though. I mess with her. She be speaking some Queen be spitting some juice. She just spitting some juice. You know, she had a little situation last time. I talked to y'all about that. The little dressy dress, you know what I mean? She says that you can't heal in an environment that broke you. Okay. Okay. And I feel that. I feel that. I think that's I think the thing about that is, you know, one of the things that I speak about with my relationship shows in particular is that I don't think that that's true if both people are willing to work at changing. I think that if as long as both people are willing to try to upgrade the environment or better both of themselves, I think it'll get there. You know what I'm saying? I think you can have, um, you know, and I understand but that's the thing about it. I think that the environment would have to change as far as the way people are being to each other. Um, and that must be the way she's speaking about that, because um, that'd be a difficult thing to change, you know. But you have to put your heart in, you have to put your love in. We get more into that tonight too, you know what I'm saying? But I think that was a very important quote that she had. I think people need to kind of understand that, like I was trying to break down. The environment has nothing to do with, just like, you know, saying where you're living at or whatever town you're living in, has to more so to do with how the person you're with is treating you. You know, that's the whole environment part. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't be a better person if that person you're with is staying the same, or if you're staying the same. You know, you gotta upgrade, man, be better. I love her though. Brian, she cool. She cool. I give her props. You know what I'm saying? I seen this one thing. I see this thing right here, man. Look. So it says it has this pictures. This lady, she's swole. Like she's swole. You know what I'm saying? She cute though, but she's swole, like she jacked. You know what I'm saying? Like she did in the gym with Arnold. You know what I mean? And it says, ladies, she walks up and grabs your man and says, "Nah, he my man now." See, hey, this is what I'm talking about, ladies. This is what I'm talking about. This is an example of what it costs to be masculine. This is a price that we pay. You guys, for protection, this is what we do. Like this is a beautiful take on what us men do for you, because that happens to us all the time. It's a small dude in the club that come over there and be like, "Hey, baby," you like, "Dude, I'm sitting here standing with her right now. What you doing?" Like, you know what I'm saying? You couldn't even wait to go to the bathroom? Dang. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta be like, "Yo, hey, back up on my lady," you know, for real. So that's a beautiful example of, like I was talking about a little bit earlier. Everything I say when you watch my shows come back around, right? So that's a beautiful example of what I'm trying to say. It's a cost to be masculine, and if you ladies want to be masculine and be tough, that might be a situation you're in. Well, what are you gonna do? If I can show you, man, I might upload the picture on my stream, man, on my chats. I might upload the picture, show y'all this lady Jack. What you gonna do, bro? No, I know. Shit, I know my lady ready to fuck right. I'm riding this chick out, boy. It's a cost, man. It's a cost to be masculine, dog. I'm gonna put the picture in the chat so y'all can see what I'm talking about, man. Woo. But hey, on some real stuff, ladies. Heads up. Just giving you a heads up. Take it out. Take it if you want it, man. Let me see here. Oh. So I was thinking about the movie Sinners. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Oh, shoot. What we got? Well, man, let me check this, bro. Let me check this. Hold on. My bad. I'm sorry to get sidetracked. I'm a Minnesota fan, you know what I'm saying? To the day I die, man. It's my boys. Bad. Okay. I just want to make sure. Man, I ain't gonna tell nobody, I ain't gonna spoil nobody's alert, you know what I mean? But hold on, we get back with it. So yeah, I was thinking about the movie Sinners, and hold on, let me make sure we don't get no free advertising. So I was thinking about the movie Sinners, right? So just a quick take that I was thinking about while I was just outside, you know what I mean? Hitting my black, you know what I'm saying? Doing, relaxing, doing what it do as a grown man. So I'm like, yo, Sinners. Like I was thinking about the whole prime characters, right? The main characters. And I think the main characters was a set of twins and a cousin, right? And bringing this up is to say, I think it represented three levels, right? I think what it represented was three people that come from the same place that ended up having three different views on life, going through the exact same thing. If you think about it, once they got together, everything they did to the end of that movie was together. And they had three different views on life itself. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think that's important because I think you have like three different levels of disrespect. I've talked about this before, actually, on my show. Talked about this before. Three levels of disrespect. What it is you have a level to where you don't disrespect the relationship. This is my three levels of disrespect. Listen to it. The first one is you don't disrespect the relationship. Okay? That's whatever relationship you is, boyfriend, girlfriend, married, mother, father, whatever the relationship is, you don't disrespect that relationship. Okay? Number two, you don't disrespect man and woman. You don't disrespect man and woman, right? Right? That's you know what I'm saying. Like talk about what's the thing you ain't supposed to ask their age, right? That's a woman thing. It's not a guy thing, right? So that's the terminology of uh, 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 the second level, right? Now the third, the bottom level, is human. You never disrespect somebody on a human level. If you disrespect somebody on a human level, like that's like you basically just told somebody you don't care about them at all, like to the core, to the heart. Not hate, but just even worse than hate. I think not caring is worse than hate. But you have those three levels of respect for me personally, right? And everybody understands that. I guarantee you, because everyone has that. But the problem is that everyone's disrespect is different. So I don't think it's ever about the disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Like in the movie Sinners, as long as you have the three perspectives, right? You look at it from three perspectives. It's the same thing. We're all looking at the same exact thing. Like I told y'all a minute ago, everything I say comes back around. It's talking about the money over people's eyes. Some people look at all life through money transactions. So every move they make is based on money transactions, no matter what it is. You change for $1, you do a change for $1. Say that's just how they are. You know what I mean? But as long as you don't disrespect that bottom level, you know what I'm saying? I think you're cool. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna disrespect every once in a while. People say the B word. They've said it before. I'm saying that's disrespectful to a lady. You know, that's a woman thing. But sometimes I've heard that before said, and it's pretty bad one for a dude too. You know what I mean? That's a pretty bad one for us too. But that's what I'm saying. That's when you start treading the line of almost human disrespect, right? So, you know, as long as you ain't crossing all three levels, you know, something we can maintain, be good. But like in that movie, it showed kind of like which one can die off. You know what I'm saying? The greedy one. You know what I'm saying? And the movie was basically trying to tell multiple stories, and I think that was one of the things that I grabbed from it is the way that they all came from the same place. They were basically the same people, man, and they looked and did life at three different levels. You know what I'm saying? Three different islands. You know, because look, even your boy said it. He even said what I'm trying to say. What did he say? This is the way. That's what he said. Is that what he said or not? That's what he said. So he truly felt the way he was seeing life. We gotta live it like this, right? And his brother was like, "Yo, hey, nah, man, I'm greedy. I gotta get a little something too, but I ain't trying to get it like that." You know what I'm saying? He was like, "I feel what you're saying, but I see it. I'm number two in there. I'm in the middle." And then your boy was like, "Man, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even messing with it, man." So 3 levels, man. And 3 levels of disrespect. As long as you ain't popping that human level. As long as you disrespecting somebody on a human level. You know what I'm saying? You know me. I'm still on my shit. I'm still getting my revenge for that disrespect. You know what I'm saying? That human disrespect. Once you cross that level, it's a different shit. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Thank you guys for joining in my daily affirmations, talking crazy for a minute. You know me. Just talk about some things that I be thinking about, things I be seeing. And you know, it is what it is. But just get into it tonight. I hope everybody good. I hope everybody love. Hope everybody feeling all right. The world is looking bad right now, so I can't believe that everybody is. So we need to do something, man. What you waiting for, man? What you waiting for? You know what I mean? And God, I think about this one because it's a part of everything I do, even with the coaching. Like I'm like, what are you waiting for? Like when you get the ball, when you get the rack, when you get the ball, get to the rack, try to attack. What are you waiting for? You know what I'm saying? And you know, just as a perspective of life in general, you know what I'm saying, being able to just go get it, and not worry about what may happen and deal with that when it does, or whatever it is that may happen, just deal with it when it comes, you know, and you know how we do in a relationship type of situation. We talk about the things that can help our relationships. Uh, I'm gonna help you out. You know what I mean? Thailand TV. I'm gonna help you out, man. I'm gonna give you a little bit of advice. If you listen to it, blessings. And if you don't, it wasn't meant for you. You know, it's what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, let's start at the bottom. Asking for a phone number. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that them days asking for a phone. See, that's what the young people don't understand, the game that we had back in the day, right? So I'll be like, matter of fact, my homegirl was talking about something today. I'll talk a little bit about it later, but she was talking about something. It made me think, man, like, I was cold with it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't start out cold with it. I was shy and stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? Once I got grown, I was cold with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, our homeboys, you know what I'm saying? We did the whole, check it out. We did the whole, um, do you like me? Yes or no? Tell me you don't remember that. Tell me you don't remember that. Hey. Can I get your number? Yes or no? Yes. Tell me you don't remember that. We were smooth with it. See, this is why I don't be understanding why ladies, because there's no way, because I guarantee you, any lady that's, if a lady listening to me, don't remember that. Don't remember a no. Hey, yes or no. We ain't game. You tripping. Y'all tripping. See, these young dudes, they think the young dudes is popping off because they learned it from us. You know what I mean? Nah. But that was. What are you waiting for to ask for a phone number, right? You had to understand that as a young man, that was just how we used to do. It was like, yo, I'm gonna try. A lot of times, a lot of people are scared to try nowadays. You know what I'm saying? And for whatever reasons, especially when you get, it's weird because it's when you're younger, it's easier. When you get older, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like you like scared to ask for a number. I don't think you can ask for a number after you get certain age. I don't think you can say, "Can I get your number after a certain age?" I don't know. I'm grown now, as you can see, so I'm spitting this real shit to you. You know what I'm saying? I live this, but I don't think you can. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Wow. Like I haven't dated in like a long time. It's been a long time. My lady done locked me down. That's crazy. And so I don't even know what these young people do, but I be hearing stuff and watching. I get all my, you know what I'm saying? I get all my material from the social media people, right? So I be seeing people talk about dates, how difficult it is to have dates and make dates. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get it. I don't get it how we can't be more assertiveness when it comes to going after what we want, especially a date with somebody. And sometimes you don't even have to ask for a date. I think men are very logical creatures. We've talked about this before. So I think their approach is very assertive. It's very assertive. It's masculine, right? And the irony is that women say they want masculine men, right? This is the irony of saying things, ladies, for real. Because when you get what you ask for, it's not really what you thought it would be. So if you're telling men you want them to be masculine, right? But you complain about how they're being, then you're not allowing them to be masculine. It's difficult for a man to ask for a phone number nowadays to say, "Hey, do you like me? Yes or no." What are you? You can get almost arrested for that. if you did that at work, you said that's going to HR. Hey man, my defense mechanism is my laughter, man. Sorry. But you go into HR and tell them, give you a heads up. You know what I'm saying? For the young people that work for us now, you write a note that says, "Hey, do you like me? Yes or no?" You get called in the office. They got the evidence, so you go. But it's very difficult these days to just come out and say, "Hey, look, I like you. Um, I want to date you. I would like to try to go on a first date with you one day, anywhere you want to go, and make it do what it do." You know what I'm saying? But I think it's very difficult for guys because the shot down percentage is very high. But ladies are in control of that. That's their monopoly. Dating is a woman's monopoly. You know, that's why it makes it a little bit difficult for men because they understand, wow, if we go, but men have gotten smarter. They're not thinking about if we go into this, we're going to be rejected. Um, I think now men understand, hey, look, I'm gonna shoot my shot, bro, and make it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? Ladies have started to become that too now, and then it's slowly coming for the lady side. You know what I'm saying? But they do it. I think they do it too. You know what I'm saying? There was always a time, if I remember the world we live in, the years I've been knowing people and stuff like that, I've seen, because I went to school with some Come on, cause they ain't gonna get a man if they want it. They gonna get them if they want them. They want them, they're gonna get them. Guarantee. So you know what I'm saying? The ladies and the men both are, just not finding matches and things like that. And I think it's because a lot of that assertiveness is not there. I think that, and it shouldn't matter. I don't think it should matter. I don't think it should matter about the woman or the man. Honestly, I do this. This is my one rule. This is my one for sure dating rule because I don't be knowing if I do that rule or not. But this is my one rule. My one rule is a man pays for the first date. Whatever happens after that, whatever. I think that's for real. I don't think that there's a cap on who should be asking the person for the number and who should be asking the person for a date. I don't think there's a cap in that. I think anybody can ask. You grown people. Once you turn grown people, let it go. So I think that as long as you understand that, you can just get on a mutual level of trying to just get together. Let's just figure out how to get together. It doesn't matter who it comes from or how it's arranged. You know what I'm saying? You go through my people, I go through your people. But let's just get on the floor. You know what I'm saying? Let's get on the floor real quick, right? And once you get there, most people are cool. Once that the problem is getting there. The problem is asking for the phone number. The problem is asking for the date. That's what I've heard, and this is what I'm hearing too. Because I talk about the stuff I see, and I'm just giving it to a different audience, hopefully for the people. And like I said, my homegirl was talking about this earlier. But I think that men being afraid of rejection has a part to play in both of those things: asking for a number and asking for a date. And overall, ladies, I'm sorry to tell you this, asking for marriage. I think that not asking for a woman to marry you nowadays is looked at as such a bad thing about men. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think a lot of times men are afraid. Like, these are the words that we're not taught to say. You know, and I'm type of nigga. I'm gonna say, excuse my language. I'm the type of dude that, hey, I read a couple of books. I didn't read all of them. I should get back to reading some more too. I got a couple of books my brother told me to get, and I got to finish reading them. But I got a little vocabulary. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to tell people that, and the ladies that, men are afraid. They're afraid of marriage. You know what I'm saying? And afraid is what it looks like. It's a feeling. It's not something that's like, oh, crazy. He's vulnerable. It's not. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I told you about how people look through things with different eyes, right? It's not. It's okay for us to just be like, yo, because on some real stuff, and this is how I tell people, this is how I talk to people, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, yo, I tell my mom this. I'll tell my mom this. I ain't gonna tell nobody else, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm watching everything. But tell my mom, you know what I'm saying? We cool. Me and Al are cool. I'm gonna be on the spot. You know what I'm saying? I'll be peep it out, right? And being afraid is something that's real, but being ready, so you ain't got to get ready, is real too. But the feeling of being rejected a lot of times, because on a percentage wise, I just told you, women dominate that field, and on a percentage wise, most likely guys know they're going to get their shot blocked on that one. But we go hard though. You know what I'm saying? We go hard, and it's because I learned this in collections. Every no is closer to a yes. That's what they said. You know what I'm saying? So what you waiting for? You know what I mean? On anything. And that applies to a lot of things in life. That applies to knocking on doors, man, selling encyclopedias. That goes to slanging your records in your car, sitting at the corner stores, parking lot or something. But what are you waiting for? You know what I'm saying? You may get rejected, but that's just closer to the yes that you need. You know, that big move. You know what I mean? And if think about it, you love somebody, right? What are you waiting for? If you love somebody, once you get into that, that's what it's all about. You know, when it comes to relationship with a good person that wants to be in a relationship with a good person, that's what boils down to that. And if you really want to do that, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? But you got to be a good person first. Because what is it? If you're a good person that wants to be in a good relationship with a good person, so you got to be a good person first. And if you're working on being a good person and the other person's working on being a good person, so what are you waiting for? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because you can't, man. You can't wait to love somebody. And a lot of times we get clouded in the monetary eyes with doing things and thinking that that's enough. And that's like people don't understand how to just like talk to each other in a different tone. Just talk to each other in a different way, a different manner. You know? Help put positivity into the next person. And I've spoke about this before. You can't get the more resistance, the further you're going. So I think a lot of people decide to quit relationships too, because like I just said, the more resistance, the further you're going. Like you can't think of the resistance as something that's like no, stop. Some people do call them red flags, whatever you want to call it, whatever it is. But you got to think of the resistance as, oh, okay, well, I'm almost, because it's going to be harder to get to the promised land. You can't just be like, okay, it's an easy yellow brick road. It's not. You know what I'm saying? It's not. And it's difficult because that money scene too, like that clouded eyes with money, looking at it through money. You know what I'm saying? Um, which is weird because, and I'm sure people have heard about this transactional relationships and stuff like that. They talk about this on a lot of different podcasts that I've seen before. Um, you think about the transitional relationships, and it's like when I see that, honestly, this is what I think. Because I don't mean to name drop, I'm not name dropping tonight, but some people that I've hung with, you know what I'm saying, like they have money, and the women that be around, they have money too, and they ain't complaining. They ain't complaining about nothing being made, being asked, being done. They chilling like, yo, we finna do this. We did that. I bet. Yo, put this on that. Females and dudes. And there ain't all God. You wouldn't do that. Like, it's not like that. It's not like that. So then the conversation becomes a little bit better. Once they take that away, it becomes a lot easier just for people to just vibe and love and just, you know what I'm saying, and just whatever, you know what I'm saying. And it's crazy because it's that type of atmosphere that people are just more freely to be like, hey, look, can I have a conversation with you and sit and have a conversation? Like that's what goes. I'll be cracking up. I'm like, yo, people just vibing. You know what I'm saying? But it's real. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, what are you waiting for? Just hey, shorty, you know what I'm saying? What's up? Or oh, hey, Mr. Man, what's up? I'm look, I'm trying to give this to y'all. If y'all listen to it, blessings. If you don't, it wasn't meant for you, and it's okay. Pass it on to somebody else, man, that might need it. Because the vibe is, like I said, the vibe just be different, and I think that's just because talk about different realms and all that. You know what I'm saying? Get more into all that another day, but people that just be on a different realm, man. But it's easier to get that when you realize that you don't only have to get to those different realms with money. Like money is just an aspect of one realm. You know, I talk crazy. You know how I do on my shows. If you ever watch my shows, I talk a little bit crazy. You know what I'm saying? But it's scary out there, man. For real. You know what I'm saying? Like it's scary out there, man. Like people are out there talking about everything. My thing is this. The biggest advice I can give anybody in this world right now is get out of your backyard. Like get out of your backyard. Like go places. And people think about that as I'm not trying to put anybody down. Just listen to what I'm saying first of all. Listen all the way through. You got to get out your own backyard, man. Like you got to go see places, man. You got to go somewhere, and everybody goes on vacation. I've talked about this to people before. Everybody goes for 6 days, 7 days, come back. But you got to go somewhere for like at least 6 months. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like me, I took off to Cali, man. I took off to Cali, man. My boy Kamikaze, man. He was like, "Yo, time for to move to Cali, man. Do the DJ thing out in Cali." I said, "Oh, for real? Like, what's up?" Help to move out there and like straight up, like, what are you waiting for, right? I was like, my boy said, I told him, I said, all I needed was my one dude. Like I said, we can rock, me and you can shake the world. Because he was my DJ, bro. Kamikaze was my DJ, bro. I was like, oh man, you can go to Cali. We went out there, man, kicked it for like shit. We stayed there for like I think I stayed there for like a month. No, it's like a couple of weeks. And then I stayed there for like a couple of weeks, like 2 or 3 weeks. And I told him, I said the day that I was gonna fly back, I was like, yeah. I said, yeah, I'm gonna move out here, bro. Move out here. So then I moved out there, man. But what was I waiting for? You know what I'm saying? Like try something new. Go live differently around different people that grew up differently, and it makes you think differently, man. Because you see people that they move differently. You know, I'm fortunate enough to leave tomorrow in about a couple of hours to go to New York. You know what I'm saying? They go to Manhattan. TJ, his spring game is going on tomorrow, so we're gonna go there and show him some love while he hangs out with his little team. You know what I'm saying? Get some of that love, man. But it's like, what are you waiting for, man? What are you waiting for, dude? Like, this stuff is crazy, man. All this crazy stuff and conversations about relationships and I was thinking about it too, man. My homegirl, man, she was talking about it, man. But I was like, dude, man, like, like, dude, tell the people what they want to know, man. Tell the people what they want to know, man. Girls and guys. What I mean by that, right? Stop telling people what they're doing wrong. No. That's why I had to read. Sometimes, like I said, I got to take a second to think, because you got to talk. You're talking to everybody. Talking to all the people that watch it, right? Talk to people about what they're doing wrong. Tell them what they need to do to be right. Tell them what you would like. You can't go to a restaurant and say, just give me whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. You have to be like, hey, look, this is how it should be done. Holla at me like this. Like that. That was some good information. You know what I'm saying? And fellas, take heed to some of that stuff, man. You got to realize, man, the ladies, they talk. So they say what they mean, right? I mean, they might be jumbled up with how they saying it, but they say it. This don't be said. So, but that's the thing about it, that as men, we gotta get better at it, being able to catch that. You know what I'm saying? But that's like I said, that's me asking for, what are you waiting? Like, anybody that's talking about being in a relationship with somebody, what are you waiting for? What's the problem? What's cracking? You know what I'm saying? What move is you making? Now, ladies, like I said, you heard me. I come at the dudes' heads too. I play Angel's Advocate all the time. I give y'all the love too. But we all gotta stop rewriting shit. We all gotta stop rewriting shit. We gotta get on a common language. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get on a common language. And the best way to do that for the fellas, so heads up. The best way to do that for the fellas, ask them a question. Let them pop. Ladies pop off. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? That's just what they do. You know what I mean? So let them pop off and then ask them a question. So what do you think about that? What do you mean by that? What is that? They'll tell you what's up. They'll tell you what's up. But you gotta ask them, man. Straight up. That's the real shit on some bad shit. That is the for sure thing you gotta ask them. You know what I mean? But man gotta get over that fear of rejection. Man gotta get over that fear of hurt. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to the marriages, especially when we're trying to talk about any type of matrimony or vows of being together forever. You know what I'm saying? That's where you got to really understand how putting all your feelings aside for the next person is very important. You know what I'm saying? And do you want to love? Do you want to be in love? Like I just told you that. Like, there's good people that want to be in good relationships with good people. If you won't have one of those three, if you fucking up every one of those three levels, you're not. It's, of course, what I'm saying sounds crazy. I get it. It sounds crazy to me too. But this is what it is. This is the way. You know what I mean? I've seen it work, and I've been making it work. Do you really want to love somebody because they want you waiting for? Right? That's what my show is about, man. It's about that love stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy out there for them. You know what I mean? Like, hey. All I can do is keep sending y'all love, keep talking that love. But the main thing is that you have a choice in a relationship. Everything you're doing is a choice. As long as you're able to understand what choices are and there's consequences to them, you're good. But you got a choice in a relationship. You can either do what's best for you, or you can do what's best for the relationship. What you waiting for? Choose one. Choose one. And you cannot get mad at the decision. You can't get mad. You can't do that. You can't get mad at the decision. You roll with it. Just roll with it. You know what I'm saying? Because what you waiting for, man? You know what I mean? If you want to leave something, it's cool. If you want to make something solid, what are you waiting for? You know what I mean? It's your boy, man. 800 this the house, boy. I'm about to get ready to get off. I gotta finish packing. Holy cow, I'll be late like a mug. Yeah, we doing it. I'm gonna come back to y'all Monday. Yeah, we good. Just had to make sure confirm. You know what I mean? We straight. All right. But yeah, thank you guys. Thanks for anybody that joins in on my shows. Thanks for listening to me. Thanks for bearing with Thailand TV and all my crazy talk, antics, expressions, whatever, laughter. You can always come and get that from me. But I appreciate anybody that watches me. I'm gonna get off a little bit early tonight, man, so I can watch the rest of my boys do their thing, and so I can get ready to get up out of here. So wish me love. I wish y'all love. Blessings to everybody. I'm about.